I wanted to share about something other than the coronavirus, but that's really hard to do because our minds and our energy are so consumed with this lockdown, with this quarantine. It's hard to think about anything else, even though we want to get moving on. And being locked up and in quarantine seems so unusual, but lots of other people have been there before. Noah and his family spent 40 rainy days in the ark with animals, and then almost a year waiting for the water to recede so they could set foot on dry land. Jonah spent 3 nights in the belly of a whale. Joseph, through no fault of his own, spent time in a pit and in prison. Daniel spent a night in a lion's den. His friends were thrown into the fiery furnace. And even the nation of Israel spent 70 years in Babylonian captivity. I'm sure with a little bit of work we could come up with a theology of quarantine. Why do some people get set aside or get a time out, and what does it mean? We don't always understand what we go through. But if we look at those biblical examples, we realize that after they went through those difficult times, something new emerged. Something new took place. Noah and his family were part of restarting humanity, and Jonah got to preach revival to a pagan nation. Joseph became the second highest, most powerful man in the country. Daniel and his friends had influence over a foreign king, and Israel rediscovered her spiritual self in captivity, and never to be the same again. And so, as much as I'm looking forward to being out and done with this time of social distancing, I'm also starting to wonder and get a little bit excited about what God might be doing in me and the new things that might emerge when we're through in this time. And I don't expect things to go back to normal. I expect that God will do something new in my heart and life and in the hearts and lives of all the people that I'm a part of. And I think that's the way God works. He takes the things that are painful, the things we don't understand, and he uses it for his good work and for his good purposes. It says in Philippians chapter 2, verse 13, "For it is God who works in you to will and to act in order to fulfill his good purposes." So that's how God works, and we can count on him to do that, even in the midst of this tough situation. So think about that and have a great week. God bless.